Testing.
Talk. Girl, come sit with us and sip some tea.
Yes, yes, yes.
Girl, come sit with us and sip some tea.
We live.
Hello.
Welcome.
Welcome back. Week number 5. Happy almost Valentine's Day, y'all.
Yes. Sona, we have our Galentine Day
Yes,
today.
a Galentine.
That's
Good old
what we have our
Galentine.
red on.
That's right.
Yeah. So how was your weekend?
My weekend was cool.
It was cool?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had an awesome weekend in the salon, some things. We had a great time in the salon this weekend. Good energy, a lot of collaboration. People came in selling stuff.
Oh,
and
that's good.
Stuff like that, Valentine stuff. They came in
Right.
selling Black History stuff.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so we had a lot of collaboration this weekend in the salon. I wanted to say about the baskets we have behind us. We got somebody that brought some
I
baskets.
see that. They're beautiful baskets.
Yes. You see, we got the lip stuff. We have candy. So this love season. Tomorrow is love, right?
Tomorrow is the day of love,
The
y'all.
day of love. How you feeling about that?
I'm feeling good. I've been going on this journey, this love journey with myself. So, tomorrow I'm just going to lavish myself with some self-love. I don't have a Valentine, so I'm my own Valentine.
Yeah,
And I'm going to be spending Valentines with my 2 chocolates.
Love
Second
it.
Saint.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
So, yeah, it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You got some plans? What y'all plan on doing?
I actually don't have any plans. Of course, Seth has school, so, we'll just play it out afterwards.
For that?
Yeah.
Okay. I might have to do the same thing. No.
Yeah,
Hang out
I
with my
usually surprise. Well, I had Seth for 14 years prior to Saint, but I usually surprise him with like a big stuffed animal, so he wake up and he's like, oh my gosh, but. He's also 16, so he gonna be giving out his own Valentine.
Oh,
So
Lord. But he's gonna be asking you, let's go to the store today. If he already didn't got his Valentine, he gonna say, Mama, let's go to the store today.
right.
Because I know God do me that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I do understand last minute. Men, I don't know why men so last minute with stuff like that. But those are your best customers for these baskets.
I know,
Let me
right?
tell you. You go stand on the side of the highway, but where the truckers at? Look, they're gonna be like, man, I need something. Yeah, you need to
Yeah.
get something, sir, before you be put out the house.
So I know for me, the love season and everything, it's certain things that I still like as a woman. People might say you don't want a stuffed animal, you don't want a flower, you don't want candy. I want it all. You? And
Yeah,
some diamonds.
It would be nice, for someone to be considerate, and really give you something that I guess it makes you feel special.
Yes.
Something that nobody else is gonna get.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like
Okay.
I know you really sacrifice, and it doesn't have to be when you talk about like monetary, but
Yeah.
just something that you actually sat down and thought
thought
about
of, yeah.
what was gonna make me happy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
And
yeah,
thought of me.
yeah.
Thought of me.
Right.
Thought of something that's going to make me happy. What about the Super Bowl?
Well, my prediction came true. Everybody was voting for the Eagles, but I already knew the Chiefs was going to win.
Yeah.
Although I did want the Eagles to win, but I knew the Chiefs was going to win.
Yes.
So it didn't surprise me, but I was a little disappointed.
You real disappointed?
I was.
Now, I'm going to tell you about my Super Bowl story right quick. Okay, I wanted to watch the game. I was supposed to go to a party and watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't go
You're not a
out too
football
much.
person. Uh-huh.
I'm a football, but I don't go out too much. You know
Mhm.
that. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to go to the party. I'm going to go do it with Brock. TV wouldn't work.
Wow.
TV wouldn't work. Got an antenna to try to hook the TV up. We fighting for like an hour and 30 minutes.
Really?
So I didn't watch the Super Bowl.
Oh.
But we had our piece, our wings. We was ready.
You should have called me, girl.
I know. I ain't watched the Super Bowl. So what I did was just look at the highlights and stuff like that. I looked at those things, but I'm like, oh, I didn't get to
Hmm.
watch the Super Bowl.
What did you think about all the entertainment on the Super Bowl?
Well, I did get to see Rihanna, the clothes, the
Okay.
bump. I
That
got
was
to
a
see
shocker.
that.
I was like, go ahead,
And I'm
girl.
glad we got our red on.
Oh,
So we
yes.
representing Riri too.
Yeah.
Oh, we represent the Chiefs.
Look, I got on gold shoes. I'm always who that. You heard me?
I love it. I love it. Maybe one year we'll be representing the Saints in the Super Bowl.
That's
You
right.
know?
That's
Shoot,
right. That's
shoot.
right.
But yeah, love season again. I love it. Love on yourself. That's all you can do.
Yes.
We have some amazing guests today.
Mhm.
Tell them about our guests. We have some amazing
So
guests.
it's Galentine's. We bought our girls from Spice Divas Beauty Bar. We have Mocha
Yes.
Shenee. We have Tasha Royal Lashionista.
Yes.
You know, and I'm happy because she didn't get to come on last time we brought the girls on. So you guys stay tuned because she has lots of information to give you about lashes. Get y'all lashes for Valentine's Day so you can be like, oh
You can
my
be like
God.
Like we blink. Yes. All right. Well, I guess we'll be back, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be back.
All right. More red lip talk. Yeah, we forgot the
Sona's charm. RedLip talk. RedLip talk.
Girl, come sit with us and sip some tea.
RedLip talk.
Girl, come sit with us and sip some
The New Orleans Talk Network, now on your mobile device, on your computer, in your ear, and interactive. It's new, it's innovative, and it's on your mobile device. Android, iPhone, iPad, and on your computer. Take us wherever you go. Because we're interactive. 504-341-TALK. That's 504-341-8255.
It's your girl, Sona's Charm.
And it's your girl, Spice Divas, the marketing diva.
We want y'all to tune into the premiere of the RedLip Talk podcast.
Every Monday at 1 p.m. Central Time, we're going to have new topics, new guests, new businesses.
Tune in to NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. RedLip Talk podcast.
Wow.
Here at Jones Insurance, your full-service agency, let us take care of all your insurance needs. We provide homeowners insurance, flood, rental, commercial, auto, and life insurance. Don't let the unexpected tragedy destroy your family's future. Here at Jones Insurance, 7603 West Bank Expressway, Monroe, Louisiana, 772. Contact Lois at 504-348-1492.
It's your girl, Sona's Charm.
And it's your girl, Spice Divas, the marketing diva.
We want y'all to tune into the premiere of the RedLip Talk podcast.
Every Monday at 1 p.m. Central Time, we're going to have new topics, new guests, new businesses.
Tune in to NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. RedLip Talk podcast.
Wow.
It's your girl, Sona's Charm.
New Orleans Talk Network, now on your mobile device, on your computer, in your ear, and interactive. It's new, it's innovative, and it's on your mobile device. Android, iPhone, iPad, and on your computer. Take us wherever you go. Because we're interactive. 504-341-TALK. That's 504-341-8255.
Hello, somebody. It's Marlon Big Fave Favorite, recruiting coordinator at Cafe Hope. If you're on the West Bank of New Orleans and between the ages of 18 and 23, come join our team. Benefits from learning and earning, getting certifications, life skills, and career training. Cafe Hope is a nonprofit culinary art and life skills program. Let Cafe Hope be the stepping stone to your next career choice. Come visit us, 1151 Barataria Boulevard, Marrero, Louisiana. Give Big Fave a call, 504-
Spice Divas. Sona's charm. RedLip talk. RedLip talk.
girl. Come sit with us and sip some tea.
Hello.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Right. Our cameraman said we forgot to do our little mwah for y'all, so we're gonna give y'all mwah.
Mwah. Mwah. Welcome back.
Yes.
Welcome back.
And we'd like to welcome Miss Tasha.
Yes.
How you doing?
I'm good.
That's
How
good.
you ladies?
We're great. We're great. We're happy to have you on.
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I
And-
love this for y'all.
Yes. Oh, that's
Thank
so
you.
sweet.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Thank
Yes.
you.
And you're looking gorgeous.
Right. And her
She's-
sparkly red.
She's so
Y'all
blingy.
know I be a tomboy every other day.
Yeah.
When I clean up, I do a quick 1, 2.
Look,
Yes.
it's like, who is that person?
I was like,
Oh, okay, I see you, girl.
Otherwise, I'm in sweatpants and a t-shirt.
But you look gorgeous. You look
Y'all too.
gorgeous.
Thank you.
I look like girls every day. I look like a boy every other day.
Yeah. But welcome to our Red Lip Talk.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been such a pleasure to have you at Spice Divas Beauty Bar.
Yes.
Many of you that may not know, Tasha is a member of Spice Divas Beauty Bar. She rents a space in there, but she's a powerhouse. She's a boss. She has her own business. She's young in doing it. Is a lot of things that she can probably help some of you people with that have businesses that went through struggles. That she's not giving up.
Right.
You know?
And tell us a little bit about that. What your journey to Spice Divas? Let's say that.
Child, my journey to Spice Divas started back in October. I had my own standalone salon on Homes. My building got sold, and the new owners of the building kind of made a lateral move to evict me under the premise of new ownership. And so thank God for Mocha Shenee. I'm going to shout her out because me and Mocha have been friends for a few years. We went to school together, and so I kind of in a panic move, I kind of reached out to Mocha. Mocha got me in touch with Kree, and Kree welcomed me into Spice Divas with open arms. And when I tell you, it's been up from there. These ladies prayed with me, prayed for me. My business, it's been up. My clientele never stopped, even in transition.
Never stop. She be
That's
rolling.
awesome.
Never stopped. I be rolling. And actually, since I've been at Spice Divas, my clientele has grown.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so it's crazy because people say be careful what you ask God for, right? And be very specific about it, because I literally asked God to spread me across both sides of the river.
Yes.
But I was not specific about how he would do it.
Yes, yes.
So in doing that, and all that I went through back in October, I am now on both sides of the river. I'm not only in Spice Divas, but I have a location in Lakeview as well. So that's been
Yeah.
good.
Powerhouse. That's what I'm
Powerhouse.
talking about.
Do you mind telling the people how old you are and what made you start doing Royal Lashionista? What made you start the brand, and what made you, do that?
I'm 32 years old. I'll be 33 in April. I'm a Taurus. Taurus in the house.
Okay.
I'll be 33 in April, but I started Royal Lashionista. Originally, it was Lovely Lashes by Latasha, and I basically started in the beauty industry because when I was a little girl, when I was a teenager, my self-esteem struggled. I suffered with cystic acne. I didn't feel pretty all the time. I was always seen as one of the boys. I could never hang out in a group of pretty girls, or at least that's how I felt when I was a kid, But my mom, when I was a teenager, my mom was a consultant with Mary Kay. And so she started bringing me to her meetings. And I started surrounding myself with beautiful women. And so she helped me to clear my skin. By the time I got to college, because of what she had taught me about doing makeup, I used to do my friends' makeup in college when we would go out to the club and stuff. And so my friends kind of convinced me to do it part-time on the side of getting my degree. I did get my degree from Xavier. Shout out to Xavier University.
All right,
educated women.
Okay, shout out to
all these educated women. Let's go.
And then
Let's
after
go.
I got my
Wow.
degree, after I got my degree, I went back to school to get my trade. So shout out to Blue Cliff, because I did go to Blue Cliff.
Blue Cliff alumni.
She hitting all your points, Sona. Mary Kay, HBCU, Blue Cliff. She hitting all of them.
Yeah, so, fast forward 5 years. I started my company in 2017 while I was still in school. And fast forward 5 years, and here we are.
So when I was
didn't.
exiting, that's when you were coming in, because I
Yes.
think I graduated from Blue Cliff in 2017, and right after that they got an esthetician program, and I
Yep.
was so mad.
My class was the first esthetician
That was my
class.
first love, you know.
Yep.
I've been doing makeup since I was 18, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get my esthetician license, but I had to get a cosmetology license because that
At
was
the
the only
time,
one
it
they
was offered.
offered, which is fine because that means I'm certified across the board.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yes.
So, but congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Honestly, if I knew then what I know now, I would have gotten my cosmetology license. Yeah, because you're right. You can do it across the board. With cosmetology, you can do cosmetology and aesthetics. With aesthetics, I can only do aesthetics. I can't do anything hair related. I mean, I don't know how to do hair either, but still.
You
It's
did a
okay.
little something. You
It's
did a
okay.
little- you did a
Quick
little
one,
something.
two,
She did
you
a
know?
Look,
I do
yeah.
just enough to get by.
Yeah, you did a
It's
little
okay.
something. You never know. You never know.
You never know.
know
I
what
believe
the
it's
future
a talent,
holds.
though. I never thought that doing hair was my talent. Like I knew I was a talented makeup artist. Like I can slay a face.
Right.
But hair is literally talent. And in school they teach you the bare basics. You learn how to cut, color, finger wave. You might learn how to roll a wrap. They don't teach you like how to weave. They don't teach you how to sew in. They don't teach you how
Yes.
to lay down a lace front. Girl, I don't
Yes.
know how to do any of that.
That's why I tell a lot of students, when they're coming out of hair school, some people be like, I'm coming out of hair school and I want to just go into own my own salon, or I want to go into a private suite. If you do that, you're not really helping yourself to grow because we learn from each other. Like we said on the first show, there might be something Sona doing that you do it a different way or something like that, but you learning from each other. Or it might be a new technique Mocha doing, a new technique Keyshawn doing, and you actually learn from one another. So that's the thing about being in an open space,
Especially when you're talking about, what your preference are, what you feel like you're really strong at. Myself was not a hairstylist when I went to cosmetology school. I learned how to do hair in cosmetology school, which I've said before. And like you said, they pretty much taught you the basics, what you need to, get across state board. And that's pretty much it. So for me, working in a salon around people, helped me grow in that area, for hairstyling. So I definitely understand what you're saying.
And a lot of people don't understand, like, once you finish school, that's where your learning starts.
Right.
Because even in going to aesthetic school, like, in aesthetic school, they only teach us how to do a 45-minute facial, because that's all we need to do for state board. You do a 45-minute facial, and then a 30-minute makeup application. You know what I mean? Like, and then when you go to state board, it's like this 1975 grungy Cyndi Lauper look that they try to get you to duplicate. No shade to Louisiana State Board, but come on, let's be real.
Time to elevate.
Like nobody's wearing that
Time
today.
to
Like
elevate.
teach me how to cut crease. Cause listen,
Right,
But yeah,
right.
So
Trends.
trends. Teach me trends. And I found myself taking a bunch of private courses in lashing. Like they don't teach you how to lash in
No,
school.
they do
Not
not.
at all. And they don't teach you how to wax per se. Like they go over the chapter briefly in the My Lady book, and then that's it.
Well, that's important. That's why it's important that you do CEU hours and keep going and stuff like that. I heard you mention Louisiana State Beauticians and Barbers, board, and you with the association that we with. It's not the board, but the board does come to our conferences and stuff and make sure that instructors and that we are doing the right thing to give people the proper CEU hours. And speaking of that, we have a conference coming up in May, the end of May. So I encourage everybody to go to it and stuff like that.
Yes.
I think they may have an esthetician portion of it and stuff. And they asked me about that. I said, well, I do have a girl here that might could do a class.
And I do offer classes.
I did say that.
I
I
offer
did say that.
classes,
Now that we're
yes.
thinking about it, and it was like, oh, please just talk to her and stuff like that. But we do need those continued education hours. We really do need that, and most people do not do that.
And
they
we
do not
also
do that.
need that, to expand our businesses because, if you're a hairstylist, you might want to get into, esthetician work, lashes, to just expand your clientele,
services,
expand your income, especially, COVID, because that's what we talked about in the first show, and how much that impact your lash business because
Absolutely.
people had masks across their face.
Right.
So no one was, getting a full face beat. It was like, give me some lashes so something could pop out.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
crazy because when COVID happened and we were finally allowed to go back to work per se, estheticians were still barred. Like when everybody else went back, I want to say, because at the time I worked in a barbershop called the Cut Gallery. Shout out to Ernest Robert. He gave me a chance when nobody else did. So
Ernest.
I am forever indebted to Ernest.
To those starter offers.
He's Edward Scissorhands, so please shout him out for real. Ernest Scissorhands is what he is called, but he gave me a shot. So I was working in his barbershop when the pandemic hit. Literally moved into the barbershop in February of 2020, and the pandemic hit in March. So it was like I was there for like a month. I barely had clients because I'm not from the West Bank. I am from Uptown, so don't get that confused.
Okay, all right. Uptown, not Hollywood. Huh?
No, not Hollywood. Okay. Uptown, 12 Ward. I'm from the 12 Ward, the bougie side of Uptown.
Okay, the bougie.
But I was working in a barbershop, and so he was allowed to go back to work by May. I couldn't get back to work until like June, July-ish, because they literally sent us an email, and it's like, listen, barbers and beauticians are going back to work. Estheticians are not. We haven't figured it out yet because of what we offer. We offer facial services. We're touching the client. Where it's a very personal space that we, have our clients in. So it's like, I get it. I got it for the most part, So it took a little bit of state board coming to estheticians and being like, hey, what do y'all need to operate versus how do we keep the client safe and stuff like that. So I was finally able to get back to work in like June, July-ish. But it's been booming ever since, y'all.
Love it. Also,
you do other services. So tell us about the other services that you offer.
So I not only offer lashes, but I offer full body waxing and intimate care for women and men because men do manscaping is a thing. Manscaping is a thing, and men need to be groomed too.
Manscaping, girl.
Manscaping, it's like
slick.
Yeah, see. Listen, wax your Valentine's gift.
What?
Wax your Valentine's gift. Mm-hmm. That's what I do.
Ooh.
Wax your Valentine.
Wax your Valentine.
Wax your Valentine.
Well, hey, you might,
whatever floats your boat. I'm not here to judge. Whatever floats your boat. Wax your gift, because that's, it's the gift that keeps on giving, I promise.
Mm-hmm. Well, how you feel about, you talk about Galentine and talking about love, me and Sona was talking about earlier about being single. Mm-hmm. Officially you single if you're not married. If you're not on papers.
Okay.
You're
going to
single.
go there. All right. Okay.
I'm single.
It ain't really till you say I do. That's what you say.
You're single until...
How do you file your taxes is what we say.
There you go. Make it plain.
How do you file your taxes? You are single.
Yes, you are single.
I am single.
That's right.
I am single with no kids. I have 5 Valentines, so I have 3 nephews and 2 nieces.
Oh, so, that's sweet.
Yes, I'm an honorary mommy, I guess. I am single.
Single.
So how are you handling the Valentine holiday, being a single person?
Yeah. I'm loving on me.
That's right.
I'm not going to even lie. I'm loving on me. I have started this self-love journey. I found myself dating in situations that just didn't work for me. Yeah, and so I've been in therapy lately. I've been working on setting firm boundaries, not budging on them, not worrying about nobody's raggedy son. Right.
Please don't give me your problem because I don't want it.
Yeah, because people, spirits transfer, energies transfer, and then you find yourself caught in situations where like you'll be with a man or a person and they'll dump all their stuff on you. Without even acknowledging or without even recognizing that maybe you don't have the capacity to deal with that.
Right. What are you dealing with?
Exactly. Not only that, they dump their stuff on you, and you dumping your stuff on me, and we're not even married. We're not even legally, so I'm carrying all your burdens and stuff. And I'm trying to be this ride or die for you. Yeah. And I'm trying to ride it because I know, he's going to wonder, we're going to be committed or we're going to be married or anything like that. I'm your ride or die, but you have not legally made me your ride or die.
I'm not riding or dying no more.
I'm right there with you, boo.
I'm not a cat. Apparently, I have 9 lives. I have died a couple of times, so I'm not just going to go for the ride no more. Like, that's it. I'm done.
Right. I think, when you talk about riding or dying, you have to, there's a vulnerability there. And if I can't be vulnerable with you, you know what I'm saying, I can't be a ride or die. You know, I have to be able to trust you. You know what I'm saying? I have to have stability. And I'm not just talking about financial stability. I have to, mental. I have to know that, right, emotional. I have to know that we're going to be stable and it's going to be safe. like Mocha said, you know.
Safe.
And
And-
I think that starts within as well, because it's like
Absolutely.
I'm moving in such a way now where I'm creating a safe space in myself.
Yeah, that's
And if
good,
you
Tanya.
can't match that
That's
energy,
good.
that's a no for me.
I talked about that with my therapist because, you know, after I had my daughter, I had to go to therapy because I was like, something is wrong. My picker is broken. You know, my picker is broken or something wrong with me. You know, my therapist, you know, she worked with me, but we did get to the level. I mean, you know, 2 years, this wasn't like an overnight process for me, and I'm still working on that. But I told her, I said, you know, I realized I haven't been able to be vulnerable with myself. So how would I be able to be vulnerable with anyone else, but also expect them to be vulnerable with me?
Absolutely.
So it does start with you.
Yeah.
And I had to, you know, face myself in the mirror and say, okay, Sona, you know, tell yourself the truth.
Yeah.
And then you work on that.
Yeah.
You know,
You do
and it
yourself-
frees you.
Yeah.
You do yourself
Yeah.
and your partner a great disservice if you cannot be honest with yourself. If you can't keep it 100 with yourself, you can't keep it 100 with nobody else around you.
Yeah.
Because if you hiding stuff from you, like what you think you're gonna do?
gonna hide
You know,
stuff from
you
your
you
partner.
and people say when you start dating, you send a representative, and that's
Yes.
true. You send a representative, but don't send a representative to
Don't send a
yourself.
fake one.
Because
Do y'all feel like it's like kind of like the law of attraction? Like if I love on me so much, I'm gonna attract.
yeah,
I'm gonna attract that same type of
Yeah.
love.
yeah.
I posted that the other day about something about it's love season. The best love you really can get is the love of God.
Yeah.
But if you love yourself, you can manifest
Yeah.
the type of love you want.
I was talking to a lady in my church. This was years ago. I was talking to a lady in my church, and I was kind of going through some similar things, but in my 20s. So in my 20s, it was heightened because I was in a rush. You know, in your 20s, when you grow up in church, I'm a preacher's kid. So it's like when you grow up in church in your 20s, people are so rushing to like get you married, have kids, and things like
I
that.
was engaged to
And
a minister before.
Same. I was engaged to a minister before.
Yes.
Same. I called that off in 2016. So there's that. But this lady, she told me something so profound, and I cannot, for the life of me, I swear she's an angel, because I do not remember her name, and I've never seen her again in my life.
Wow.
She literally told me, she's like, listen, if you want your husband to find you, you have to get so lost in God to where he has to go to God to ask permission to
Oh.
talk to you.
I like that.
That gave me chills.
I know,
And
right?
When
I
I
know,
tell you,
right?
like,
It's like going to your daddy and saying, can I
Yeah.
marry her? Can I
Yeah.
marry your daughter?
Oh.
think
You know?
about it this way: when you
That's
go
your
to a
wife.
jeweler, you're a diamond. As a woman, you are a jewel. When you go to a jeweler, and if it's an expensive diamond, you have to ask that jeweler to take that out the case,
You better
just
talk.
so you can see it. So treat yourself
We
like
should
that.
treat ourselves like
Absolutely.
that. That's very true.
I'm in a case.
And powerful.
Ask the jeweler to see me.
There you go.
Otherwise, I can't be seen.
And the jeweler is God.
Okay then.
And you know you're getting a good one when it
Yeah,
comes from God.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Yeah, that was really good. So anything you want to encourage somebody with, as well being a business owner in love, you know, seeking love around this time, or well, let me go back. They seeking you because they asking the jeweler, who is this my wife?
Let
you
it
know?
find you. The Bible says, "He that findeth a wife findeth a good thing." So it's like, why are we looking?
I always
Like,
say,
we
I'm
are-
the prize.
We're the wife. Yeah,
I'm
I'm
the
the prize.
prize.
I'm the prize.
I'm the prize.
If I had to give somebody advice, I would tell them, from a business standpoint, never stop. Never, ever, ever stop. There were so many times where I could have stopped, where I should have stopped. So many nights I cried and I was like, I'm going to get a regular job. I don't have this problem at the hotel because I worked part-time at a hotel. It's like, I don't have this problem at the hotel. I can leave the hotel and leave my job where it is and go to bed at night. But don't stop. If it's your passion, if it's your baby, Royal Lashionista is absolutely my baby. I tell people that's my firstborn because you have to nurture your business just like you nurture your children, just like you nurture yourself. And I do like everything that you see, even when you look on my website, it's all me. My degree is in PR. So I do graphics. I don't do it professionally per se, but I do all of my own graphics. I kind of cut the middleman. I was able to do that. Cut the middleman, design my own website, all of my social media, that's all me. And it leaves me sleepless at night sometimes because it's so much work, but
You're
it's
an
worth
entrepreneur.
it.
You work harder.
Absolutely.
You be tired. You like
I'm the social media
everything you
person.
touch, you got to think about your business.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
But I like
Absolutely.
the way you brand and I like the way you market because it's very clean. That's
you.
what I like, and it's consistent. It's
Thank you.
consistent. I saw some of your stuff. I said, look at Tasha.
Consistency is key
Yes.
for sure, because I mean, if you don't stay consistent, nobody's gonna recognize you. And I've gone through I want to say, I guess, a brand and a half. Like I stated earlier, I started as Lovely Lashes by Latasha. We changed my name to Royal
Tell us about that
Lashionista.
lovely lashes thing.
Oh,
that story.
man.
You got to say that right quick for somebody.
So
Because
my-
naming is important. Branding is important.
Naming is
Yeah.
important. Branding is important. I took my very first lash course with Brittany with Blinked Out Loud. Shout out to Brittany, Blinked Out Loud. Her shop is in the East. I took my first lash course with her, and so she had a marketing component in her lash course, and she asked us what our brand names were, and I was like, okay, so mine is Lovely Lashes by Latasha. I mean, my name, my mama gave me that name. You know what I mean? Like, it's like your boy from Friday. My grandmama gave me that chain. My mama gave me that name. So
That's
she
my
was-
name.
That's my name. That's my name. You know. So she told me. She literally looked at me and she was like, "I forgot about you already." And I was like, "What?" But back then, that's my name. My mama gave me that name.
Say my name. Say my name.
So exactly. So she's like, I forgot about you already. But from her perspective, it was at that time everybody was lashes by so and so,
Right.
lashes by this
Okay.
person, lashes by that person. So if everybody's like lashes by me, like who am I?
Right.
So we sat down and when I say we, me and my sister-in-law Jessica. Me and her sat down and we kind of brainstormed some names, and we kind of thought, because I'm into lashes and makeup, she's into fashion, and so she's like, Lashionista, and I was like, fashion with lashes, and that's it.
like
And so we've always
Yeah.
had this thing. My very first email address was Queen Tasha Maria or something like that, and so I've always been thought of as royalty, or I've always thought of myself as royalty. So
You are
Royal
royalty.
Lashionista.
Yeah.
That's right. Because you're the prize.
Start with you. Start with you. I love it. I love
that.
it.
But that's a good component. I remember when I was thinking of what my name was going to be for my brand. And my sister, you know, she always helps me out with these types of things.
Okay.
And that's what we literally had a family meeting where everybody put in a hat or put their ideas of what they thought my name should be or what it consisted of. And it was, you think you're just going to come up with a name and name yourself. No. It has to be personal.
Yeah.
It has to stand out, like you
Yeah.
said, you know. And I was like, man, I didn't know it was going to be all of this work. But we did come up with something, and I love it. You know,
it fits you.
I love it.
fits
You know,
Did you
and it
have
does-
something that you was thinking of can you remember something that you didn't think you liked?
Well,
that
I
they
can
thought
remember,
of you?
like you said, everybody was doing like glamorous or something like that, or something like that. And I remember, okay, I didn't want to do what everybody else was doing.
Yes.
And so I had to go get a thesaurus. What are other words that I could use for this word? And I came up with charm. And to me it fit because charm is like a charm, something you wear on you, but it's also another word for like a spell. So when I have my clients in my chair, you know, I'm really putting my spell on them, and I'm
Absolutely.
and charming
Absolutely.
them.
Whoa.
You are working as a
Whoa.
stylist. You are working with the crown chakra of your client,
That's
so
right.
that energy travels downward.
And my name,
Yes.
which made it personal, but my name actually is Hindu for gold. So it only made sense that Sona would go with the charm.
Gold
you know what I'm
charm.
saying?
Come
So there you
on.
go.
Gold charm.
There you go.
I like that too, and that's why
Yeah.
your colors are
Black and gold.
Black and gold.
Okay.
Saints, black
So what
and
about
gold.
you, Spice Diva? How did we come up with Spice Diva?
Well, you know, I always thought I was a diva.
Okay.
Okay.
As you are. As you are.
And you know, my ex, he had I told her to say that on the first show. He had the biggest barbershop on the West Bank, and it was well known. It was Spice One Barbershop. So I said, okay, I see what he doing. You know, I'm just gonna add the diva on the end. So it was Spice One Barbershop. So I said, I'm gonna be Spice Divas, and it caught. And I loved it, and that name, because the name was very popular. I think at the time when I opened up the salon, I think he was in business, I want to say about 6 or 7 years. He was very, very popular on the West Bank. So that Spice Divas, you know, that's how I got the Spice Diva. But he teased me about that name all the time. You still have my name. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go through that, you know? And I always mess with him and say, we brought a little class to your name. Let's go there.
Well, that's very
Okay?
interesting.
Yes.
On that note, we're going to take us a little break, and
Yes.
we'll be right back, you guys.
Yes, red lip talk.
Mwah.
Mwah.
Today is declared National Still Body Day. People, it is here. It has arrived.
We have 2,500 bottles of this formula that's designed to give you what you need in terms of health, happiness, and healing. People have testimonies already. People have been serviced already. And now we want you to be a part of this blessed experience. Give us a call at 416-5256. Give us a call at 237-4000. And we have a bottle for you. And trust me, this will be the best investment you ever made for your body. You heard it from the truth, the whole truth, Dr. Truth, Dr. Kendra, Baby Truth. Now,
Hello, somebody. It's your boy Marlon Big Fave Favorite, and Inside the Trenches podcast is back, baby. We back. Y'all make sure y'all check us out for excellent season, and you can check us out on NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Y'all make sure y'all follow me at Big Fave 504. We back at it, baby. We in them trenches.
What is New Orleans Talk Network? It's today's hottest topics with an added flair. You get ready because the conversation will be hot and better yet, mobile. Download the New Orleans Talk Network app available on Android, iPhone, iPad, and you can listen to us on the web at www.neworleanstalknetwork.com. Write down our talk line at 504-341-TALK. That's 504-341-8255. Interactive and worldwide. That's what we are. Join in on the real conversation and tell a friend about the New Orleans Talk Network.
Sona's charm.
Y'all weren't thinking about me.
Spice Diva. Sona's charm. RedLip talk.
I have to come in dancing.
Girl, come sit with us and sip some tea. Girl, come sit with us and sip some tea.
Testing. Yes, we're on. Yes. Welcome back to Red Lip Talk with your girl, Kree, Spice Divas Kree.
Sona's charm.
Yes. We have some beautiful guests here today. We have the team of Spice Divas. Some of the team. We ain't gonna say the whole team.
Some of the team.
Well, we have some of the team. We're missing what, 2 members?
Yes.
2, 3. 2 members.
Two members.
Two members of the
and
team.
Deja.
And Deja. All right, okay. But all right, we welcome back. We got Tasha from Royal Lashionista. I always say that wrong. It's
Royal Lashionista.
Royal Lashionista.
You better get them.
Royal Lashionista.
Roll it out. Roll it out.
Welcome back to our Galentine. We have Mocha Shenee, the Jackie of all trades.
Yes.
Thanks for having me. Once again.
That's right.
Get familiar with seeing our faces. Those faces of Spice Divas team, because we're going to bless them to be on and talk about their brand and stuff all the time.
You know what we do, you know.
Yeah. They say teamwork make the dream work.
That's right.
That's right.
Teamwork make the dream work, right?
It does.
Well, yeah, you're not really a guest here.
I'm not a guest.
You're not a guest here.
You're supposed to take over the show and just start talking, y'all.
You know,
like, when I went back and watched the last show, the first one I was on, I was like,
yeah.
all right, y'all, let's get this popping. Did I just come on this show giving directions just like we at the shop? You know, it's just in me.
That's
I can't.
that Mama Mocha.
That's
Mama
what's up.
Mama Mocha.
You got something special to talk to us about.
Yes.
I do.
Because we are all single ladies over here.
Yeah.
True.
True.
No,
Right.
but you
Say Beyonce.
have been married for.
Yes, this year will be 25 years.
Oh, let's toast to
In
that.
July. Let's toast to
toast to
that.
that. 25 years.
25 years, y'all.
Congratulations.
Shout out to my husband, my better half.
That's right.
Mr. Terry James Lemon.
Beautiful.
Well, how you found that love?
Oh, well, I lived in Florida. His sister lived in Florida at the time, and she and I were friends, and I did her hair for her wedding.
Okay.
And he came down for her wedding.
Okay.
Yeah. And I was like, Ashley, your cousin, because I knew his cousin as well. You know, that's how I met his sister, through the cousin.
Okay.
She and I went to high school together. And shout out to Ashley. Thank you for introducing me to my husband.
To my better half.
Look how she laughed when she said that. You know she feeling it, y'all, because she can't even keep a straight face. She's like, my husband.
I love the
man. See the
man.
clutch of the pearl. Clutch of pearls. You know what I mean? Thank you.
That is
for,
awesome.
That
She
man,
clutched the pearl.
you know, that man.
How was that journey? You know, being an entrepreneur, and you know, how does it like enhance? You know,
enhance my relationship.
Well, enhance your entrepreneurship. Let me say that.
Well, I'll say this: he doesn't let me fall short. You know,
that,
he backs me.
Yes.
God backs me, but I like to call him my number one investor, like on Hustle and Flow. Now, he's also an entrepreneur as well in his own right.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
But he keeps me honest. You know. And I love that about him because he takes no prisoners when it comes to me. Like, okay, you're being lazy. All right, get up.
Yeah.
I thought you said you were gonna do this. You know what I mean? Well, it's time to do it now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and he helps me grow. You know, he stretches me. Like, so, you know, iron sharpeneth iron.
Yeah.
So he's really tough on me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I'm back out here because of him. He's from here. I'm from Florida.
Okay.
You know, New Orleans is home for him.
A New Orleans man.
Yeah, I got a New Orleans man. A New Orleans man.
What
you
ward
know.
he from? Where he from?
St. Thomas Project. Now, what is that? That's Uptown, ain't it? That's like the third.
That's Uptown.
I'm adopted in. I'm adopted in. You know, I tell people I'm Cajun by injection.
Yeah.
It's safe to
I
say
know
that
that's
this is the month of love.
Yeah.
There you go.
Cajun by injection. But I mean, I love him. You know, we've raised 2 beautiful kids. We have 3 grandkids now. You know, and that just makes it so real. You know, that's rewarding. Yeah. It's like you see the fruits of your labor. Yeah.
And I actually love to see y'all connection. I remember I had something going on in the salon, and I called you, and I'm like, Mocha, I need this. You like, I'm about to call my husband. And then look, she had her husband there like 2. And he said, "Let me go because you gonna give him
he's a protector, you know. He's a protector.
I'm not gonna lie. I can't wait to have a husband because I'm my husband, y'all to death. My husband.
Right. And I did that.
I would do that too.
Yeah, I feel like I done waited a long time. So look,
y'all gonna think his name is my husband. What's his name? My husband.
That's all you need to know. My
I'm
husband.
trying to think if I did that.
My brother got married recently, and my sister-in-law, my new sister-in-law, she was all in the family group chat, like, I'm so happy to be a SILB. I'm just so excited. I'm so happy. When you see her, she just like glowing from head to toe. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, you know, bro, you must really be loving this woman, right? Because she is ecstatic. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's really awesome. Great for, you know, we were talking about somebody, you know, loving you. You know what I'm saying? Having that person that loves you, you know.
You're good, you're bad, you're ugly.
Right.
All of
right.
you, not part.
So, and then I want to say that too. When the times get hard, still remember to say my husband.
Absolutely.
You know. And then we need to be able to say that when a big decisions come up. Wait, let me ask my husband.
Yes.
See, we forget that part of it. Submission is, you know, and people, you know, run away from submission, but submission is a choice.
Yes.
That's what makes it a beautiful thing.
Yes.
I submit to you. You
submit to me.
It's not a tug of war. It's a seesaw kind of action. You know
And
what
then
I
we
mean?
submit to God. So
Yes.
We
that.
definitely. He's
And then do
always
y'all
in
think
the middle.
do y'all think all the submission where it comes from the love you have for the person? Like you know,
It
like if I
does.
submit to you,
Yeah.
I honor you and I love you enough
I honor you
to
because
know
of the
that
way you
I'm
love
safe
me.
with you. Like you said
I also
earlier.
think it goes back to we were talking about spirituality, and
Oh, yeah.
and that's across what your morals. What is your base foundation? Because that's what you're going to stand on, you know. And if you're standing on, you know, Christianity, and you're saying, you know, marriage is sacred, and you know, I'm vowed myself to you, and you know, you're real in that, and you feel like, okay, we're gonna make this work because we made a promise that's beyond
It's
us.
covenant.
Yeah.
It's covenant.
You know, then you're gonna put the effort into
Right.
it, and you're gonna put all of yourself into it because you guys are on. You know,
That
you're not
kinda level.
unevenly yoked.
Yes.
Right.
You
yes.
know.
You said that, but it's like, what's value? Marriage can be valuable, but what's the value that you? How do you see it? Yeah, oh, it's valuable to me, but do I hold it value?
Right.
You know what I mean? I got to put that first. You know, you got to put that first, amongst other things. You know, like the old ladies will say, "Well, you don't hang out with a bunch of single women," but so you got to put that in perspective. How do I hang out with single women? Because how are they going to learn how to be wives if I'm not there to be the example?
The old teaching the
You
young.
understand what
Not
I'm
saying that
saying?
you old, but I'm just saying people who have experience. You know, if you have experience, then you teach the people who don't have experience. You know,
I call you
know
Mama
what I'm saying?
Mocha moments.
Mocha moments.
Did you find that you had to learn how to be a wife, or did you always know?
I think the implication is in the scripture, like what Tasha said. A man that finds a wife finds a good thing.
Yeah.
So when he finds you, you have to already be a wife. So if you're not a wife, I feel like any skill can be acquired. So study that. If I want to be a wife, let's find out what a wife should do. Let's find out what the word says a wife should do. You know what I mean? What is my role as a wife? Now, our marriage roles, it doesn't go by gender. You know what I mean? I can be like, well, you know, the old time ways or tradition, like you take out the trash, I do this. No, if I'm home and the trash is full, I take out the trash. You know what I mean? Our marriage is what we make it.
I also think your partner's gonna know you. You know, so they're gonna know if you don't like taking out the trash. Let me make sure she ain't gotta do this. You know what I'm saying? Let me just.
Trash is not
Even when I date people, I tell them up front, I will do anything in the house but wash dishes.
I don't like to vacuum,
I
but
don't
will
like
wash
to wash
dishes.
dishes. But I think as single people, I think a mistake that a lot of us make as single people is we ask God for a husband, but we don't ask God to make us a wife.
That's what I'm
that's
saying.
very
And it
true.
still can be acquired.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
very
And see,
true.
it's very unique that we have different sectors on here. We have you, no kids, never been married. You have me, been married.
Okay.
You know, divorced. We have Sona, never been married. Then we have Mocha, that's been married for 25 years. That's,
Right.
That's amazing to have that diversity.
It's a good dynamic, but
Good
here's the
dynamic.
thing. This is Mocha's second marriage. So sometimes we got to figure out and learn
Oh, I didn't know that.
who we're learning from.
I didn't know
Right.
that.
I knew that.
So see, some people could be a well of knowledge. First marriage all screwed up. First marriage didn't last 9 months. You know what I'm saying? First marriage was very domestic violence. You know, when people don't know your history and know where you come from, you know what I mean? They tend to shout, you know, just throw the whole book away. You can't. Listen,
can't.
I was in an abusive marriage. We were fighting like Tyson and Riddick both.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So Mocha brought traits from that marriage into this marriage and had to learn how to love him outside of that man. Not treat him like that man.
So
I
that's
was
true.
trying to ask you that. I mean,
Yeah.
what you know, what was? Because some people would say, like, they would throw it away, and they would say, "I don't want to do." I was at that level, you know. That's why I had to go to therapy because I was
Okay.
like, you know what, I'm
Right.
done with this.
Therapy's good.
So, you know, what made you decide? You know what, I do want to try it again.
I tried it again because I believe that, you know, that's God's arrangement for us. That's his story. You know, we are to marry and to fall in love and, you know, reproduce and have children and then take dominion of the earth. You know what I mean? Why would I shy away from such a beautiful gift that He has given me, right? And so I must be a coward if I do that. So let's start to seek and find information. You know, go to counseling. You know, I did the counseling. You know, and I had to figure out why did I accept that? You know, and why am I bringing that old baggage into this? You know what I mean? So
that's what people say that too. They say about you tend to bring your old baggage into another relationship. I know for me, I was married twice as well. I know with my first marriage, it wasn't all a bad thing, I would say, because we got two beautiful kids out of it. And not only that, at age 24, I was young. You know what I mean? I was young. And if I could change some things, you often think it's all the person's fault. But then when you reflect on yourself, you're like, well, man, there could have been some things I could have done. Because sometimes when you're young, you let family involvement get into it. And you got to let all that kind of stuff get into it and stuff. And I don't know if you believe in that, but I know we were friends. We were best friends. Like, I used to hook him up with girls.
Right.
I'm serious. We were best friends for years. Went to the same schools, never dated. I dated his best friend before. Wow. It wasn't like, we really knew each other. Like, and so it could have worked if we were more mature, I think. You know what I mean? I think at 24. And then when I went into my second marriage, again, like I told you about religion, religion. I got to get married. I can't have, I can't be, I got to get married. But I'm learning to do what what's comfortable for Chriselle, and sometimes not to worry about people, what they say, what they think, their perspective, what makes you happy in your life. And that's
because
the same thing with
love. The most powerful thing about marriage is agreement.
Yeah,
and that's any relationship. We forget it's a relational dynamic. If you and I have, the Bible says it like this: how could two walk together? Y'all know the word. Unless they agree. Unless we're going to end up in the same place. Unless we're both trying to head towards the same direction. Let's not make it deeper than what it is.
And I think that comes from, that's why you need that dating process. You need that courtship. I think a lot of times we just want to meet somebody. We just want to jump into being all in love.
But religion has taught us that.
That's
you know
true.
What I mean?
That's true. But we have to learn. We have to learn how to compartmentalize those things. You got spirituality and you got your human feelings,
That's right.
So you got to compartmentalize. Okay, I really like spending time with this person, but I know these are my values and my standard, and they have to be in agreement. Okay, with my values and my standards. Otherwise, then we know this ain't jumping off.
Right.
I think a lot of that kind of gets misconstrued with our generation in particular. I'm the baby of the bunch, so so in my generation in particular,
Generation Z.
I'm a millennial.
I'm a millennial. So tell us about what y'all feel in this.
In our generation, I think love, marriage, partnerships is so misconstrued with society and even social media, because now my generation has this thing now where like everybody wants to be in a polyamorous relationship. And so now like everybody wants multiple partners. And so like how do you have multiple partners and spirits transfer, energies transfer? It's too many energies in the room, and you wonder why ain't nobody getting along.
Like I got a little answer because I was about to touch on it before you said it. But I think it's an issue with delayed gratification. We have not learned how to wait.
Wait,
I say on the Lord.
Wait, I say.
Compartmentalizing. Look,
exactly.
I want this, but it ain't the right time.
We gotta have some discipline. You gotta start having discipline about yourself. The delayed gratification of it, the expectancy of it should give you that. You know what I mean? It's the wait, it's the dating, it's the pursuit of something.
But listen,
we all microwave.
We don't see the waiting process though, and so that's what the problem is. Because we don't see the waiting process because we're on Instagram scrolling all day. We see our favorite celebrities. For perfect example, and no shade to her, Lori Harvey. She's changed boyfriends quite a bit. But we don't see her waiting process. We don't see what happens when the cameras go off. Nobody notices the time lapses between her Instagram posts. So it's like if you really look at it, like she was with Michael B. Jordan. They had been broken up, but she had just took his pictures off. You know what I mean? And so now she's with this new guy, and now everybody's on social media. It's like, well, I need a boyfriend that fast. I need a boyfriend that
want to
fast.
say this.
Let us see your
I want to say
tears.
this.
Let
Do
us see
y'all
your
feel
tears.
like you should post someone that you're dating and then
Not
you
if they
have
put a
and
ring
take
on
it
it.
off?
Not if they put a
I
ring
don't
on
like
it.
the fact that you post
I don't
them
take
and
any of my
feel
pictures
like-
off.
I'm
You know
not-
why?
I don't
It's
feel
just
like
part of my
everything
life.
is for social
Like,
media. Like at
Yeah.
this point in my life, I'm approaching my mid-30s. At this point in my life, if I meet a man, first of all, let me backtrack. At this point in my life, for me to meet a man, God is gonna have to take this man by the hand and sit him on my bedside and be like, "Here, this for you," with a bow on it. Here, this
I
for
like
you.
that. This is exactly
God
what-
Himself is gonna have to walk him down and be like, "Here, he asked for it. This is for you." And for me, like in my mid-30s now, I don't feel a need to post every single thing.
You know,
I want to be able to
I'm not a
enjoy
person
this
who
man.
posts a
But
lot
if you post
anyways.
it,
Yeah.
But I
leaving it.
do know
Yeah.
I'm not
I'm just that
posting
bold.
That's it.
no man on my social media unless he put a ring on it.
Yeah,
You got
I
to be
like that.
certified and everybody know we committed. You know,
Yeah.
because of those
You'll
situations.
post them
'Cause
and
it's
they
in
don't
and out.
post you.
Oh, I ain't even worried about
So
that.
I'm going to sum it up
It's
for
just
Sona.
that I don't want to be in and out. I don't
Yeah.
want you on my Instagram one day and
Sona,
off the
look,
next day.
We're not
And then
doing
also,
no
but
more
then
wife duties at
That's
girlfriend
right.
pay.
That's right.
Okay.
Upgrade.
No more wife
wife
duties
duties
at
with
girlfriend
girlfriend
pay.
pay.
Okay, the price went up. The price went up is what happened.
privileges.
price
I'm going to need
went up.
my benefits, bro.
Listen,
I'm
and
going
then
to
I
need
don't,
it.
you know, and I kind of have trauma from like posting guys on social media because I call them the I know him ministry, right? So it's like New Orleans is small. New Orleans is so small.
It
The
is.
minute you
It
post,
is.
you
It
can
is.
post a picture with your guy friend. Y'all not dating. Y'all not kicking it like that. That's just your homeboy.
Wait.
But then somebody is gonna slide in your DMs and be like, "Girl, I know him. He was
Yeah.
with so and so and so and so."
Yeah.
Like, girl, mind your
But
business.
Tasha, you know we was talking about in the salon. Are you sometimes afraid, like if you tell somebody, they be like, "This is who I'm dating," and you be afraid that the person gonna be like,
Yeah.
I know
I
don't
have
talk to him.
I have trauma
dated
from that
him.
as well.
I have
So,
tra-
yeah.
"What?
I
You
ser-
know?
I have trauma from that as well. I
Yeah.
have a tendency for whatever reason. I have a tendency of dating well-known people in the city, and so it's like every time it's like I be reluctant to be like, well, I was kicking it with so and so. People be like, oh girl, why you? Just girl. I don't tell nobody nothing. No
But
more.
you know what? You have to put
Nothing
that
no
in
more.
perspective too, because just because this person was one way with you, it doesn't mean that they're
Yeah.
gonna be that way with me.
Correct.
You
My
know what
story
I'm
is
saying?
different.
So you know,
Exactly.
you have to put that in
Exactly.
perspective too. You know what I'm
You
saying?
can't judge them on
Everybody's
that. You can't
different.
judge people on their past because that's the way people
Yeah.
judge us
Yeah.
on
That's
our
true.
past.
That's
you know,
true.
so you can't judge them.
Yeah,
totally.
let
on
me
that.
not the
let
same
me
woman
give him
I
a
am. So,
chance.
yeah,
let
exactly.
me let me do it.
Exactly.
Let me do it.
Yeah,
Because
let
I
me
might
do
have
it.
different standards, morals, values.
That's
and
correct.
I hold him
Yeah.
to the
But you
carpet.
correct.
other
And
people
you didn't.
also have to mature. They might be going through a journey of their own, and they're like, okay,
We're
you
all
know,
progressing,
I didn't like how
you know?
I did this, so I'm gonna
That's
do
right.
something different as well.
That's
You know,
Do y'all
Absolutely.
feel like a person should, at a certain time, you dating someone, do y'all feel like I heard Mocha talk about patience and wait. But do you feel like there's a certain time, a cutoff? Like for years, I'm dating this person. For years.
do.
Yeah.
And
I do.
what's going on? What we doing?
My grandmother
What
would
we
say
doing?
either you
You know
gonna
what I
pee or you gonna get,
Get
off
off
the
the
pot.
Right.
Because you
listen.
might be doing what? So
You holding up somebody else's
Listen,
face.
Yeah.
blocking your blessings, but I mean, it's also it's what you want. You know,
Yeah.
you might be okay in the situation that you're in, but you know, someone said, okay, we're dating. But where are we moving to? Like you said, are we
That's
on
right.
the same path? Because
That's
if you
right.
think you want to date for 10 years, you know what I'm saying? I can't do that.
14,
Well,
13.
I mean, those are
I
things
can't
I
do
feel
that.
like that should be talked about. I feel like we answer more questions. We like if I was interviewing you for a job, I ask you more questions than I would ask the person I'm dating. You know what I mean? When you think about a job application, they want to know your race, your date of birth, and why can't we?
They wanna
You know,
everything just
We
show
need
your
to be
blood
like
type.
that. Do you want to have kids? You know, and I don't have to ask all these questions on the first date, but as we're progressing,
Yeah.
I need
Courtship.
to right.
That's what happens when you date with
I need,
intention.
to,
Yeah.
I need to know that.
That's what
you know
happens
what
when
I
you
mean?
date with intention. When you date with intention, you make that known up
You
front.
have to.
Yeah, it's like, listen,
You have
every
to.
every man I meet, I tell him up front, I'm dating with intention. If this
That
is
is
not your
correct.
intention,
That
we
is
don't have to
correct.
park it. And
We got a
that's-
plan, and guess what?
that's
I'm
it.
not the one that's going to initiate that plan
At all.
because
Well,
I want a leader. So if
Right.
you're not leading me into marriage, we can't.
I can't
do it.
submit to
can't do
somebody
it.
who
I'm gonna
can't
sit
lead.
back and
I
chill like
follow
you
you
sitting
as
back
you
and
follow
chilling. You know what I'm
Christ.
saying?
Yeah.
I follow you as you follow
Yeah,
Christ.
absolutely.
But there's a good book called The Wait. and I often buy it and ship it out, or I've given it to my kids when they were dating. It talks about, delayed gratification. This is like the ultimate form, as far as dating. And it's by Megan Good and her husband.
Franklin.
Devon
Well, they're
Franklin.
not together anymore.
Even though they're not
so
together.
sorry for that.
Yeah, I'm sorry
So
for that
sorry
too,
for
right?
that.
I'm
They
sorry.
made a good couple.
But the word is still true that's in the book.
Absolutely.
Like the word says heaven and earth will pass away, but my word will still be here. So the verbiage in there is still right. You know what I mean? And it gives you different techniques and different dating ideas and how to, they practice celibacy. But you don't have, delayed gratification is more than just that. But so I encourage any single person out there to read the book, you know what I mean? And just kind of veg on that. Yeah. And I mean, if you read it, go back and read it again, because
And it has
sometimes
a
fresh
workbook,
level,
too.
some fresh revelation will come. You know what I mean? While you're waiting, are you working though? While
Working
we're
on
waiting,
yourself,
while we're
working
waiting on
on-
Boaz to come,
Yeah,
are we
Boaz.
gleaning? Are we gleaning in the field?
Yeah.
I find sometimes, because when I think about
boy.
where do people
boys.
meet their spouses or their partners, and so you kind of don't know when it's going to come, and you shouldn't be going into a situation thinking, okay, I'm gonna do this because I'm gonna meet my husband. You got to be working on you, and
while you wait.
like the Boaz, but where was she? She was somewhere where she could be seen
She
by
was
him.
gleaning in the
You know what I'm
field.
saying? So
Yeah.
you sometimes work on yourself. Go about, do whatever you need to do for you.
Right.
In preparation that you're gonna be where you need to be to meet that person.
That's
That's
right.
probably half my
Boaz, too.
problem, child. I stay home.
I mean,
I'm a
even
home
after
girl. I don't be outside.
look, they gotta go back and read it. Even after he encountered her, she kept working.
Yeah, she kept working.
Naomi said, "I'm gonna tell you what to do." A wise
Yeah,
woman.
a wise
Number one.
woman.
Sometimes the
Gotta
younger
listen
women
to that
don't even want to
wisdom.
listen.
To the wisdom.
They don't.
Sometimes
Wisdom.
You
gotta
gotta
speak to
listen.
my
You
generation.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
We don't
Effective
listen.
listening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Boaz was a restorer. He came to restore.
Yeah.
He was.
He came to
Absolutely.
restore. He came to
And
restore.
expand.
Absolutely.
See, a lot of times we don't build for expansion. You know what I mean?
But he also, like, she was a worker. He also needed someone who was gonna help him along that path of being congruent with what he was trying to do.
Absolutely.
So you gotta.
It's always they always say behind
y'all
a
read
strong
this
man is
A
a mighty
strong
woman.
Everybody won't
Hold
talk
them
about
up.
it, but go back and read the Proverbs 31 woman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Go back and read Ruth. You know, read it
absolutely.
again.
Read Esther too.
Okay, listen.
I mean,
Esther too.
say,
Read
Lord,
Esther too.
give me
You know,
revelation.
She
give me
married a
fresh
king,
stuff.
and he picked her.
Yeah,
and it
he
was a lot of
did.
a process of how she got but it was a reason for her to be in that position, to be where she was, to be related to who she was related to.
Say that word again, position.
You don't know, you know what I'm saying, what your destiny is.
Yeah.
But you do have to be all that you should be in that destiny.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's correct. And that was the.
I think that goes back to self-love. You go back to loving yourself and knowing what
Right.
your worth
You
is
have
and what
to.
you were. We were laughing in the salon because I had a weird dream about my celebrity crush, right? And
Yes,
I
we
thought
all
you were talking about the
know.
other dream you had, but go ahead.
Do we get to say his
all
name?
know my celebrity crush is
50 Cent.
If you met me already 2011 in May of 2011.
Talk about it. Talk about it. Because she's going to tell you about it.
Yes. So that's my celebrity crush. But in my dream, he actually took me to this fancy place in Miami. I was like, when I woke up, I was like, that was a dream. People massaging my feet and everything else. I was in
Like
a
Queen
penthouse.
Cleopatra.
I was in a penthouse. I was like, oh my God. He was like, baby, stand right here. And you stand between the palm trees and I'm going to take your picture. This was so real. And when I woke up, I said, I don't know if God telling me my potential.
He have to be.
Or what? Like
He
what
have to be. He's showing you your potential.
So, most people don't know that.
Your
little story
ladder
about
will
50
be
Cent, but I
greater.
did meet 50 Cent May of 2011.
Oh, she showed us all the
around
picture, y'all.
Mother's Day.
You got
And
receipts?
it wasn't just a group.
You got receipts?
I should have posted that. I should have given that
You
picture.
got your receipts,
Yeah, I got
girl.
my receipts. You saw it, Sona. Yeah, and it wasn't no groupie picture, right?
It was not a groupie picture.
It was like he was relaxing on me and all that.
I really hope you get to see this man again.
I hope so.
And he rubbed my side. He rubbed my side. 50, you know. So
Y'all together now.
He's the reason.
Y'all
I
go
know that's
together.
your boo.
What Carisha said, y'all go together real bad.
We
that night.
Wow.
Because in the hotel, it was a W hotel, people were saying that he was mean and everything. And so my mom like, oh no, he just took a picture with my daughter. He just said he want to take a picture with her. He just rubbed us. What you mean he mean?
He like
didn't
red women,
y'all.
that's it.
He didn't like
Yeah,
y'all.
he
like
like
red
y'all.
women, that's
And I
it.
was shocked. He was looking
He
at
found something he liked.
thickness. He was. No.
Okay. He said
That's
that's
so
so
much
much
tea
tea
right
right
there.
here.
Thick
So
guy
I had to
saves
whip my throat
lives.
real quick.
That New York City boy saw that Southern Belle, and that was it.
Where your throat.
I said that New York City boy saw that Southern Belle and said that was it.
That's it.
Honestly,
I'm gonna tell you,
know,
them New York dudes do like them Southern Belles.
Boys from North,
they really
love
do.
Southern girls.
They really do.
They really
I'm
do.
telling you, New York boys from New York, Philly, the DMV, they love
like
Southern
that.
girls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, he was looking. Honestly, y'all, to be honest, I walked away. After I took the picture and everything, and he was looking at my dunk. This story is something I'm gonna have to tell on whatever. But
Well,
he was-
tell
so
the
I
people
look
because
back-
you told us already.
Yeah, I already
We
told
wanna
you.
hear.
Okay, so I was in the hotel with my mom. I'm gonna try to make it quick. I was in the hotel with my mom. I was treating her, the W hotel, and we was down there at the cabana and stuff. So from our room, we can see downstairs. So the waiter, my mom was like, "Oh, the waiter, she was acting snobbish with us and all that. She didn't took her hair down. That must be somebody famous down there or something." So we in a room looking down. So I said, "Oh," she said, "that may be Tyrese." I said, "No, you'll be saying something if that was my baby 50."
Ooh.
Right? I spoke him. There you
And
go.
it was.
Manifestation.
Okay.
And there
So that was
it
it.
was.
So we sat
Manifest
down
that
at the
thing,
time-
girl.
At the time, my mom was smoking. And at the time, she was like, "I left my cigarettes down there." And we was getting ready for dinner. And I went down. I had my natural hair. It was flowing, silky.
Oh, here we
everything.
go.
It was
We have to get the
She was
side note.
natural flexing on him.
I had a maxi on, like
for real, the jiggle,
Yeah,
jiggle.
I was. I went down, guys. I went down and I'm like, I'm looking, and then I looked at him. I said, "What this dog doing looking in my face?" I was like with an attitude because he was staring at me. I didn't realize that was a person from upstairs. Where was I? So I looked and I looked again, and
That's 50 Cent.
and he went like
Like,
that.
yeah.
And I said, "Mom," I just woke him up. She was like, "Yeah, but he looked a little smaller now. He was down here for
Because
that
he was
movie.
filming. Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that cancer movie.
Wow.
Yeah, he was playing.
That's a good
cancer in
movie.
that
I can't
movie.
remember the name,
And
but
so I was
Dion,
like,
something for Dion.
Yeah, so he was like, I said, "Oh, but you still look good though," like that. So we walk away, and I feel him looking. So I'm walking, and my mom said, "You didn't get a picture? What's wrong with you?" It was so long ago. I had a purple BlackBerry back then.
All right,
Okay,
now,
purple
all right.
BlackBerry.
I
So
love mine.
went
Shout out to
I'm like,
BlackBerry.
okay.
Yes.
I went back with my phone.
I had a red one.
Security at the time, at the first time, security wasn't there. So then security was like, "Oh wait, hold up." And he said, "No, I won't take a picture with her."
Nah, look at it. Why you gotta get? Why you gotta get
So
booted
then
up?
I sit down on the cabana.
Dang, you should have got him before he was with Vivica.
Right? I know,
Should have been the
right?
one.
I know. And at the time, I was single. At the time.
Dang, Chriselle, you slept on
I
that one.
slept on.
You could have been vitamin water princess.
That's ridiculous.
This is the thing, y'all. What was funny because we sit on the cabana. We took the picture. I'm sitting, and
Yeah, the picture's
he
nice.
rubbed my side like this, from this side like that. This, trying to let me know. But I'm,
We wouldn't have never
like,
met you though, Cree. That's the thing.
I know, y'all
It would have been a
wouldn't.
different destiny.
Y'all wouldn't have.
Whole different destiny.
This was your destiny right here.
That's right. Walking your purpose.
I love y'all. I'm with y'all.
I'm glad you have the memory,
Ho-
Deborah.
hopefully you'll see this podcast. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
okay. When this podcast become national,
We're going to send the link to the
That's right.
podcast.
So we gonna tell the people,
See,
make sure
he gonna
y'all
see me.
what you add him
He gonna see me.
at 50 Cent.
50 on
Curtis,
it.
yes. That's right. So he can
now,
see
he with
this
a younger
podcast.
girl right now.
Oh,
I be
we
looking.
can't
I be
add
so-
him
Oh
in.
my
I'm
goodness, I'm done.
Why didn't you tell me that before I done told the whole nation to add him?
Is he with her? He married to her. So it ain't official till you say what?
Okay,
It ain't official.
How you file your
It ain't
taxes?
official.
How does he file his taxes?
You know what?
I know y'all all on this couch have a celebrity crush.
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
Busta
let's
Rhymes.
go.
You ready?
I'm not gonna lie. When
Come on.
Lori Harvey broke up with Michael B. Jordan, I
You was
almost,
like,
I
come on.
almost slid in his DM. I almost did it. Like, I can help you heal. I have a healing spirit. If you want,
I can help you.
I can help you.
Okay, who's yours, Sona? I know you got one.
Oh, let me go down the list.
Oh, Lord, today.
Now just one.
Honestly, the first name that pops up, I mean, he's popular, Idris. I love me some Idris.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
He walk cocky.
I do. I love that.
Yeah, he walk cocky. Yeah, I like the way he walk.
Y'all can bring me all the shade, but
Yeah.
I love me some Busta Rhymes.
But
Hey,
really?
come on.
I love Busta
Listen,
Rhymes.
Hey,
Busta's
yeah.
still fine.
I
Though.
love me some Busta. At Busta Rhymes.
But just know she got to protect us. So,
But he knows, because we have this conversation.
is that your
Right.
hall pass?
I mean, yeah. 'Cause since he gets Janet Jackson, I get Bus. He got a nickname, Bus. I get Bus.
Oh, you didn't nickname them.
What
My
Bus?
God.
You didn't nickname
No, that's
them.
his nickname, Bus.
All
I'm a part-time thug,
yes.
Bus. I'm a part-time tomboy,
she said
too.
her.
Come
Just
on.
said
Yes,
her.
I
Michael,
did.
Michael
Oh,
B.
Michael
Jordan.
B. Jordan. She did
And the
say
B
that.
stands for Bay. So
That's
Oh,
right.
the
The
B
Michael.
stands for
Michael
Bay.
Bay Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan.
Yes.
Oh, man. You guys
I
are
love
I'm
it.
so happy we did this today. Our
I know.
Galentine.
Yes, thanks for
This was really
having.
fun.
This
Yes.
was fun.
I know, right?
Yes, yes. And we thank y'all for being a part of our Red Lip Talk. So we're going to surprise y'all. Y'all can pick something out this basket back here.
You already know what I
Oh,
want.
that's
I want to show y'all
sweet.
appreciation for being a part of Spice
Oh,
Divas
wow.
Beauty Bar.
Y'all know what I want.
We have some chocolate covered strawberries over there. We gonna Galentine ourselves because we say it's self-love, right?
That's
Self-love.
right.
So y'all
Self-love.
welcome to pick something out of that basket
I'm
over
gonna
there.
take the,
Thank you.
I'll take the pure
basket was
seduction.
done by my cousin. I call it To Creations. At To Creations Toot. Thank you, cuz. She actually was
Thank
raised
you,
by my
cuz.
grandmother with me.
Wow,
So,
beautiful.
yeah. So she called me and said, I'll do some baskets and this. I said, okay. So
Awesome.
and then we have one we're gonna raffle off at the salon. So look for it. They got the
Beautiful.
lips in it and everything else. But
That's
you
really
ladies
nice.
are welcome to get y'all first Valentine gift.
Early, not
Early, not
Early.
late. That's right. That's right.
We loving ourselves.
That's right.
That's right.
That's
That's
right.
right.
Then we're gonna love on that because you gotta love on that.
We're gonna love him because we always do something non-traditional. We
Okay.
celebrate before
I love it.
Valentine's Day.
I
you
love
know?
it.
We're just
So-
all full of love today.
Yeah.
All full of love
You
today.
look pretty. Y'all should go back.
We're gonna go probably later on this evening. We already went and had breakfast, right? We
Okay.
kind of do our thing where we had breakfast. We had breakfast yesterday,
Okay.
and then we did it together again today.
Yeah.
And we just kind of put our phones on do not disturb. You just gotta make it a staycation sometimes.
Yeah.
Everybody talk about vacation,
That's
but can we staycation?
Can we
Do we still like each other after all of these years? That's what's important. You know what I mean?
That's
So
beautiful.
a little. I'm gonna give y'all a snippet. So then we got up, we showered, right?
Yeah.
Together.
Together.
See, it'd be the moment.
you keep-
You
keep it
need
spicy.
you gotta keep that sexy
You
time.
You gotta keep it
Let me
spicy.
drink some more drink real quick.
Okay, listen.
Keep it spicy.
Yeah, so we
Yeah.
do
Who
some,
said
a lot of
marriage people can't
non-traditional.
still keep it spicy?
Who said saved
Okay.
people can't keep it spicy?
Let's go.
I
Steve
wanted to
Harvey
say,
said
'cause
Christians
a lot
is
of the-
sexy.
Yeah, because a lot of people, think, okay, we go to church, we worship, and we do all this, and you forget about
gotta
the
be
polar
stale.
husband.
Yeah.
What about the ladies that go and the husband don't go? You still got to come home and be bae and be the wife to
You
your
gotta be the person
husband.
that attracted him or her
That's
in the
correct.
first
You got to
place.
keep it spicy,
Right.
you know?
My grandma
So-
said, whatever you did to get him, you got to do
Do
it
to
to
keep
him.
him.
Absolutely.
What about some of the ladies that leave? Stop leaving y'all husbands saying, I'm leaving, I'm going here and there, and not taking care of them to make sure that they are together.
You have
This
to.
was a
You
thing.
have to.
I ain't going to lie, y'all. I think I was a good wife. Because as soon as I get home from work, you know what I would do? Drop everything and cook.
Oh,
As soon as I would get home, a long day's 8 hours work, I'm cooking for everybody. Make sure we fed, making sure, I that was just something that I saw. I think my grandmother used to
My
do
mom used to cook and bring my dad his plate,
Ooh.
right? So I fix his plate from
that's
time.
it.
But as the relationship evolves, it gets a little bit different. So now in this season where we both working,
Yeah.
it's like I'll cook. Now you got to love me enough to fix your plate.
Yeah.
You know, so just know your season where you are, and then
clean
every now and then
kitchen.
I still bring
Sometimes
it.
it don't even have to be all of that work because
No.
one of my teachers told me a story in school. We were learning about trends, okay, beauty trends and stuff like that. So at one point it was actually like illegal for you to wear red lips. Like only like prostitutes and stuff wore red
Well,
lips.
it's called a Jezebel.
Wore the color red at all.
Yeah.
My
Right,
grandma told me
right.
that. So we talking
Scarlet
about
letter.
traditions. What's tradition and what's real, right? Okay. So traditionally, red lips is for the prostitute. Well, my teacher said, back then, women couldn't wear red lipstick, but my mama was married, and this is also a time when men, had multiple families. Okay. So she was like, other men was going out, they wasn't coming back home. She said my daddy used to always come home because my mama used to put that red lipstick on. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
know that's
she
right.
was, that's her man. That's what he likes. So that's what she did.
And talk about red lipstick. If y'all need some red lipstick, make sure you
There
go
we
to
go.
at Spice Divas
Yes,
Beauty
yes.
Yes, that's the one.
Bar.com because guess what? Everywhere I go and I have this bling on, it catches the attention.
That's
And
right.
you need to get that bling for your man for Valentine's Day. Call me. I can go to the shop.
Hey,
and
they
get
better
you
put some
something.
Betty Right on. They better put some Betty Right on and get in there.
Betty Right. Ooh,
And get in
in
there.
the shop.
You better get in there.
Yeah.
But you
We at
know,
the food.
it's
The
a
shop was
story
popping
there was,
Saturday.
long gone are the days between. It's a fine line between the harlot and the wife. It is, and God, I forget the story, but he told him to go pick the harlot and marry her.
Absolutely.
So they better start Googling some of this stuff and look it up and
but
read it
also
for
said,
yourself.
The Bible says
you know?
the married bed is undefiled, so
You do what
The
you
married
want.
bed is undefiled.
You do what you want with your spouse.
That's
you do what you want with your husband. That is your
right.
husband.
Stop doing what you
Nothing
want.
in the bedroom taboo with your
right.
husband.
That's
And
right.
stop doing what you want with everybody else and make sure that's your husband.
That's
Okay,
right.
listen.
Check. You
That's
heard me?
right.
Husband, if you listening, come do the dishes.
He listening.
Come do
He
the
listening.
Come
I ain't
do
gonna
the
lie, y'all.
dishes.
Honestly, God speaks to me strongly, and I hear stuff, and that's all we always sitting on here. As
Wow.
we sitting here,
He gave you
God
that
is saying
vision.
that we all gonna have a husband.
That's right.
absolutely.
That's
and it's
correct.
coming.
Absolutely.
So get ready.
Get ready, get ready.
Get
Like
ready for
TD, get ready,
'Cause
get
I'm
ready,
gonna
get
be
ready.
to go to all y'all weddings. You know?
Please.
Let's
And
go.
come to my vow renewal.
Mine gonna be. Yeah,
Okay.
right. You did say you gonna do a
I'm
vow
thinking about
renewal.
doing something. Yeah.
Please, because I got an extra Zulu ball dress that I need to wear to somebody with.
And listen, I want the cake to be good, so if I would do anything, I would have to call Keisha Buttercream Queen all the way from Baton Rouge to get it done, you know. But we had never had a honeymoon, and so the next in April we're gonna get out of here. I think we just applied for our passport, and I think we deserve it.
After
happy
25
for y'all,
years.
Mocha.
Yeah.
I'm so
So
happy
we're
for
gonna even
y'all.
celebrate. We're gonna do it before July
Before
gets here.
July, and then in July,
Yeah.
you thinking about doing the vow renewal?
I'm thinking I would do
Oh,
something. I
that's
definitely
gonna
want
be
to do
really
a
cool.
photo shoot.
Okay.
Photographer.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
yeah.
Mocha trying to get your shout out, huh?
Yeah. You know who you are. Be ready for July 27th.
July 27th. July 27th. All right. I love it, guys. I
So-
love it.
We gonna go around and leave our last moments.
Yeah.
All right.
Our little last moments. So what we usually do, Tasha, I know you didn't watch the show. So we leave moments and we tell people, somebody that's watching, you might can help them. You can give them a little something about love, business, whatever God puts in your heart to help them. Because that's everybody need encouragement, and you might be encouraging somebody on the sofa today, So we usually do that little last moment. So at the end of the show.
Okay. My last moment would be patience. Patience above all. And no matter what, progress is a process. Yes. So you have to be patient. You have to trust the process. And even the smallest bit of progress is still progress. You don't progress backward, you progress forward. So no matter what, progress is still a process, and be patient with it. And trust that process.
I love it.
Progress is still a process. Wait, say it again.
Progress is a process.
That's
Progress.
right.
Trust
Trust
the
the
process.
Yeah.
Oh, I want them to hear that.
It must be true.
Yeah, progress
Trust
is
the
a process. Trust the process. Yep. I love that. Okay, all right, Mocha. What you got?
Delayed gratification. That's it.
Just wait.
Because anything that's cultivated will be appreciated. You know what I'm saying?
Drop the mic.
Yeah.
I need that. Wait.
Say that one more
Wait, I
time.
need that.
Anything cultivated will be appreciated.
Yeah.
Yep.
And cultivate it. Okay.
Yep. When you dig for it, you plant for it, you sow, you water it, you prune it. Because, all that is in gardening. It's the small things that God will take to teach you a life lesson. You know, so when you build for it, work for it, plan it, grow it yourself.
When you earn it,
you will appreciate it.
That's right.
And that's even your love.
So, since y'all brought this up, I wasn't going to say this because we have time and it's a little story, but I'm going to be quick about it. I watched this movie, over the weekend. Very touching movie. But the lady was giving advice. The lady was dating her son. So the older lady was giving advice to her, talking about love. And so she was saying, they were talking about a particular plant, a truffle. Okay, it's very hard to find truffles. Sometimes you don't even know that you found it because you could be standing on it. Okay, so but truffles actually take a long time to grow. They need patience. Okay, and it's actually a plant that actually needs a partner.
Come on.
It can't grow by itself. So not only does it needs you to be patient for it to mature, it also needs a partner to help it nourish into that matureness. Okay, so we talking about love, and it was on the little Galentine's girls, movie flicks. Okay, so I was
Sona came up with this Galentine.
Let me watch this to see what's going on.
I love it.
But it just made me think, and so we're talking about people, and of course we want them to be ready when they come into our lives, but we're not ready. Okay, and we want people to be patient with us until we mature into that person that's ready, but also stand by our side. So in this season, if you're with someone and you might feel like it's rocky or it's not perfect, don't forget to be patient with them until they mature to where you both would like each other to be, and yourself. And don't forget to stick by their side and continue to nourish them and protect them and shield them and provide the things that they need to get to that. Because if you love a person holistically, you want the best for them regardless. And so don't forget that spirit. And don't forget to support Black businesses.
Go ahead.
We nearing the end in Black History Month, but I don't want y'all to forget. And be safe out there because we are getting in the midst of Carnival
Mardi
season.
Gras.
We are into the thick of it.
Yes,
so
we are in.
There's a lot going on with you guys. Love on yourself and love on the people that surround you.
Yes, I love it.
I love it. As you guys was talking, my moment would be fear. I don't know why that was coming to my head. Maybe because as I was preparing to come to the show, it's a thing that I do. I try to saturate myself.
That's good.
And I saturate myself because sometimes I want me to fall down and whatever somebody hears out there, even though some of it we have fun, we have stuff like that, but fear. I talked to my sister this morning, and I keep hearing "Hello Fear." "Hello Fear" is a song by Kirk Franklin, and I talked to my sister this morning, and she's going through a traumatic thing in her life, and I know she's afraid, but sometimes we gird our fear. We don't want people to know that we're afraid. So if you are afraid out there, if you're afraid to love, if you're afraid to connect with somebody, or if you're afraid of going through a trauma, what you're going through with your sickness, with your health, things like that, just don't be afraid, because the same God that got you through other trials and tribulations will be the same God that will get you through whatever it is.
Absolutely.
I'm giving a shout out to my sister right now.
Amen.
Because I talked to her on today, and I don't want. I was getting ready for the show. I didn't want to be selfish. I was like, I gotta talk to my sister. She's 30-something years old. She's going through a illness, a disease, and it's taking a toll on her. Like I told her this morning, and I know it would help somebody else, because right now she's in the hospital now. But like I told her, and I'm sure it will tell somebody else, just saturate yourself when you're in a moment where you want to give up. Saturate yourself. Sometimes it's for you to let everything else around you just dead ear to it. We talked about numbness.
That's right.
Just get silent to everything else. Put on do not disturb or whatever it is. I told her, saturate yourself.
Right.
It's about you and God right now.
Come on.
He putting you in a hospital. He putting you this way.
He put you in solitude.
Saturate yourself. So saturate yourself. Don't be fearful of what's to come. Live in the present. Live in the present. We say we love God. We say we trust God. We say we believe in Him. We got to gotta start walking like we
to.
do. We have to. He's our provider. He's our
right.
source. He's our resource. He's our daily bread.
Yes.
He's our loving. He's our he's
A loving
everything
Father.
to
Come on.
us.
Yes.
He's everything to us. But I just want to leave y'all with that. If you fearful today, if there's anything in you that's fearful, I want you to trust in God and saturate yourself with whatever that makes you feel good.
I love it, but yeah, because he didn't give us a spirit of fear, the word says, but a power, love, and a sound mind. And to add to what you're saying, create an atmosphere to worship is what you're saying to her. So let me translate that. Music. Prayer music, worship music. The Bible says God inhabits. That means he sits in. He comes in and he sits in the praises of his people, right? So while you're in that atmosphere, you worship, you praise him. You know what I mean? Take yourself out of this earthly realm and go to the spirit, because we're seated in heavenly places, right? Because he got all those whippings and all those lashes so we can be healed. You know what I mean?
We always think we need people. You know what I mean?
Don't.
Sona, we think we need people. But if we got him.
If we have him.
If we got
that's
him.
it.
We okay.
Him plus nothing.
He got our destinies already in his
Him
hand.
plus
He
nothing.
know what your destiny
That's
is.
right.
He know what Sona's destiny is. He know what
Yeah.
your destiny
Yeah.
is. His destiny is
That's
already
it.
in our hands. Where we going, we don't know.
We don't
We
know.
got our destiny in
But we
his
walking
hand.
in faith.
Yes.
You know, we
Yeah.
walking in
Faith
faith.
over
And it's
fear.
blind
Faith over
faith.
fear.
And it's
Faith over
blind
fear.
faith.
Faith
That's right.
over fear.
Absolutely.
T.
That's right.
Faith
Faith
over
over
I always
fear.
holler at T.
Yeah.
But when I'm saying T, I'm talking about the man behind,
Behind the
Wall and Talk
scenes.
Network. You know?
The dope
So I say,
dude.
T, the dope dude. The dope dude. He got us. He got us. He got
Yeah.
us. So we have fun, but he got us.
He
right?
got us.
Right?
He got us.
So if we're
That's
wrapping
right.
it up, T?
We're
We
wrapping it up.
We wrapping it up.
I
We
enjoyed
live,
it.
so sometimes we might have to say that.
Yeah, we do.
Thanks
we
for
get
having
caught
us.
up, you know,
yeah, we
like,
do.
yeah.
We do. But I love to let God do his thing. It's
That's
a
right.
God's
Sure.
thing,
That's
you
right.
know.
For
And
sure.
maybe she need to hear that. And if she's laying in a hospital bed and she can just tap in, you never know what deliverance can come
And she
from
watches
that. And
and doing her
encouragement.
chemo.
I want to
See what
drop
I'm
this real quick
saying?
because a friend of mine sent it to me. I was going through some things last week for whatever reason, but you know, she sent me a little meme from Sarah. What's Jake's? There you go. And it was saying, you know, when you're praying, you know, don't dilute your prayer with fear.
That's right.
So you praying
That's
for
right.
something to happen, you gotta believe. You have to have that faith.
Yeah.
You can't already go and rebuttal the things that you're praying for.
That's correct.
So you know, you was talking about fear, and you went where you went. So I'm gonna just drop this here.
That's right. Sit
Don't
there like the
dilute
tea
your
that we're
prayer
sipping.
with fear. You know, if you praying for it, you gotta believe
That's
that it's gonna
right.
happen,
That's
and you
right.
can't think
Only
about
believe.
nothing else except for that God is gonna answer your prayers.
Prayer.
And
Yes.
whatever the answer is gonna be in your favor.
Yeah,
That's
Okay.
right.
It's gonna be in
That's
your
right.
favor. Yes.
It is.
Vision it before it
Yeah,
happens.
envision it.
Envision
Because the doctors are just practicing.
That's all
right?
they're doing.
That's why they call it a
Absolutely.
practice.
Yeah.
We're practicing medicine.
Yeah.
But I don't want to worry about your prognosis. I'm gonna leave the diagnosis to God.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He has the final say.
Yeah.
You're talking to someone that seen I've seen my mom resurrected a couple times,
Oh.
even though she's gone to be with him now.
Yeah.
So just only believe,
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
word say, only
When
believe.
the doctor said she
you know
had
what
a
I
few
mean?
months and she lived 10 more years.
See what I'm saying?
Come on now.
Come on.
Come on
Tell
now.
her to set that thermostat.
Yeah.
Set your mind on these things. Whatever is beautiful, whatever is lovely, whatever is
right.
pure,
Yeah.
whatever is a what is a good report.
A good report.
Think on these things.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We love you, sis.
We love
love
you.
sis.
We love
So
you.
we
We
end
praying
this
for
show
speak
with
you.
healing
shout-outs
and
with
life.
you.
That's right.
Yes.
Through that
shout-outs with you.
camera.
Right.
We
That's
love
right.
you. We love you. So I guess thank y'all for this Galentine.
Man,
I'm sorry,
thank you for
can
having me.
leave where they can contact you.
Yes, yes. Go
If
ahead.
not,
Go
do
ahead.
it.
I am on.
We were so having
We
so
getting
much
off
fun.
of here. I promise y'all. But one more second. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I am on all social media platforms at Royal Lashionista. Lashionista is fashionista with an L. All social media platforms. That's Instagram, Facebook, TikTok.
Drop the digits.
504-701-3770 www.royallashionista.com. Come get your Valentine's gift wax.
Yeah, and you know where to find her. She in Spice Divas, ain't she? In Lakeview.
Yes,
And I have
yes.
appointments available tomorrow.
Come on now, let's go. Let's go.
All right, y'all.
All
Thank
right.
y'all for staying tuned with us, and we're gonna see you next week.
Yes.
on the Red Lip
The
Talk
Talk Podcast.
Podcast.
Wow. That was good.
Sona's Charm. Red Lip Talk. Red Lip Talk.
Girl, come sit with us.
It's your girl, Sona's Charm.
And it's your girl, Spice Divas, the marketing diva.
We want y'all to tune into the premiere of the Red Lip Talk podcast.
Every Monday at 1 p.m. Central Time, we're going to have new topics, new guests, new businesses.
Tune in to NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Red Lip Talk Podcast. Wow.